Good afternoon. I'm David Maki. I am the current director of the Guest House Museum in Fort Bragg. I am currently sitting in the Watkins room. This room has had a variety of uses over the years. It was originally the office slash library back in the day when the house was first built. It was also the bedroom of one of the longtime hostesses when this house was turned into the guest house, and her name was Maisie. And she was here from the early days until 1935 until 1955, I believe. And this is the Watkins room, and the reason we call it that, there's a bunch of photographs that are in this room that are pretty historical. They are all, not all, but a lot of them are of mills of the area at the times. Carlton Watkins was a premier photographer back in the 1850s and 60s.
How far back does your family go here?
My family, on my mother's side of the family, I guess I'm a fifth generation from Fort Bragg, well, from Mendocino and Fort Bragg. My grandparents moved here into Fort Bragg in 1920. So our family has been here since then.
What are some of the businesses besides the mill?
Well, there was lots of stores. When I was growing up as a kid, Franklin Street was a pretty busy place. There was Adams Shoes, Moto Day, Dornan's Hardware, Racine's, Sprouse Fritz. There was a bakery, and it was Bainbridge's, and then later it was Golden Rule Market on one side of the street. They were one of the unique things about Fort Bragg that I can remember as growing up. We really didn't have any chain stores. They were either family owned or they were it was a franchise. You would buy into the franchise of a larger company like Sprouse Fritz or something like that. But there really weren't any chain stores or chain motels or any of that thing. It was pretty much all family owned, locally owned businesses.
How about music? Do you remember live music and dances and
Well, when I was growing up and before, there were a lot of bars. The big joke when I was growing up was we had as many bars as churches. I think the churches have pretty much won out over those years. But most of the bars at that time had live music. Pretty all of them had a band and live music, and on weekends you had dancing in pretty all of them.
now you have to make your own kind of music?
Unfortunately, from the pandemic, yes, everyone has to make their own kind of music nowadays.
And hopefully it won't be too much longer before we'll be able to have visitors again.
This is true.
And what can visitors look forward to, the first time visitors?
Well, one of the things that they can look forward to is we had a new display that we were putting out. Unfortunately, COVID came and stopped it, and it's about the Calavalla Lodge. And some things were donated by Dennis Tuamala that have never been seen before by the general public.
So cross fingers, the pandemic ends soon and we can see you all.
This is very true. And don't forget to look at our Facebook page. And our archives is not currently open, but people are still working behind the scenes. You can call on the phone, and you can also go to our website for the archives and Facebook as well.
And our website is located at fortbragghistory.org.